Let's get it.
Scotch, bourbon, and rye, yeah, we on that whiskey. Wanna discuss an array of topics, conversation simply. Gonna drop your whiskey bars with the sip hitting for. Could you pass it? You want more? Another glass, let it flow. Steady pour. Steady pour. Yeah, a steady pour. A steady pour of growing, a steady pour of sharing, a steady pour of knowing. Now pass that Glen Carry. So pull up a chair, grab a glass, and enjoy a melanin-infused perspective with a whiskey twist. Yeah, yeah, a steady pour.
Yes, sir. Welcome to a special episode of the Steady Pour Podcast. I'm your poor coach, Drew.
Calvin.
Tony, what's up?
Darius, what it do?
What it do? That's what it is. Oh man, I'm excited, y'all.
Why are you excited? Why are you excited?
I'm super excited. So excited. This is an episode that this is in between seasons. We just dropping this.
I know.
You know what I
Right.
mean? That's how
Bonus.
excited I am. I was like, no, we're not waiting.
You posted on IG.
Right. We got the opportunity. Let's go ahead and take it.
Yes. Man, we have a special guest, and we've been trying to get her on the pod for a minute, and we're just so excited for her new release, and we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
So, but let me give. You might know her as a food scientist.
Ooh.
You might know her as a master blender.
Okay.
You might know her as a master taster, a sensory expert,
Keep going.
quality control expert,
Give me more.
someone who studied food innovation,
What else?
an entrepreneur that reps Birmingham to the fullest, and the co-founder and owner of Major Spirits. We have Eboni Major. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. That was a really good intro. I wasn't expecting that.
That's Drew.
Good job.
It's some research.
That's Drew. That's Drew.
We try.
No, as soon as I heard your story, like back in, was it probably 2021? That was early in our whiskey
Yes.
journey.
Oh
Early
my
in our
gosh.
whiskey journey. I was excited that someone else in the whiskey space was familiar with Excel sheets. Right, that was like nerding. That was like nerding out on the science behind things. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, they understand it. As an accountant that goes through Excel sheets and whatnot, I'm like, oh man, there's the production side, there's the quality control side, there's the making sure things are right side. It's not just.
It's the numbers. You like the numbers.
Oh man, I was excited to hear about it, and then there was just so much about this. But one thing, Eboni, you've been through in the whiskey industry for how long now?
Coming on 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I've
Over.
been blending since I was 24,
Wow.
35 now. October will make 11 years.
Okay.
It's impressive.
Over a day.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Right. She's comfortably put in her 10,000 hours.
Uncomfortably. Yeah. I started, I was halfway through. I was in graduate school when I decided to apply for an internship. It was nothing big or glamorous. It was just a role that I found online. I tell the story all the time. Indeed.com. I was just scrolling. I was in Oregon at the time working for Kettle Chips as a food safety intern. And I saw this role and it was closer to home. It was closer to Birmingham instead of being out in Oregon. And so I decided to, okay, I'll wait. Graduate school will always be there. And it was always there. And took that role in 2015 and started as an intern.
Nice.
Wow.
11 years is a long time when I think about it.
It is.
It is.
And so at the beginning of it, did you think you would be here?
No, I don't think at the beginning I fully understood. Well, I know I didn't fully understand where it would take me or what it would look like. Honestly, those close to me know if you would have asked me maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, I would have said this was not going to happen. Because there have been waves in the career or times where I'm like, I'm a food scientist. I'm not just a whiskey blender. But I took that time to kind of remind myself that, hey, there is this food expert or scientist outside of whiskey as its specific category. So I don't think, in 2015 I would have saw this happening, and definitely 2 years ago I would have saw this moment like actualized.
For people who hear the title whiskey blender but don't fully understand what it means, what does a blender actually do? And what separates a
Yes,
good blender from a great one?
I'll start with what separates good and bad, and then I'll talk about what I do as a blender, and then I'll talk about what the industry now considers a blender because it's changed a bit. I think what separates a good and a bad blender, I don't want to say good and bad or good and better, is actual training, the work, like learning how to do it from the ground up. And you don't see that as often anymore. I personally believe that master blender or blenders became these very coveted marketing titles. So the title became a little diluted. When I started my role, I was smelling and tasting distillate before I even got to master it. I was learning how the distillate off the still taste, smelled, what it would age like, how it aged over 3 to 4 years before I even started to touch finished bottle product. So for me, I think what really makes a good versus a better one is someone that's really spending time in the lab, that's really spending time getting to know liquid, someone that can give you an Excel sheet and tell you what ullage is and understand LPA and loss and max usage of barrels. One that really knows what they're doing. I think that's what separates good from just being a blender, right?
Okay.
Nice. Did I answer all the questions?
Yeah, I think essentially it's more than just tasting your way through it.
No, it's the reps. It's putting in the reps.
Shooting in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, blending doesn't come overnight. I started in 2015. People didn't really know. I started going on marketing trips in 2018. It took me 3 years to be able to really fully understand the full scope of what I was doing day in and day out. And it took a full couple year cycle to really understand what you're doing. So it took me 3 to 4 years of blending before anybody even knew I was blending.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then after that, it was doing innovations or being comfortable enough in your current portfolio to be able to offer something different. So yeah.
I feel like with Master Blender, they look at mash bills differently. When you look at mash bills, like what comes to mind for you when you're looking at that? Is it certain tasting profiles? Is it like I know that mash bill would bring out this flavor,
Right?
Or I know this mash bill would make another mash bill better when you blend it together. Like I feel like
Are you already blending in your head, knowing what the ingredients are likely going to taste like?
I think it depends. You overall know what a majority corn mash bill should taste and feel like. But then if it's that same corn mash bill going into a new versus a used barrel, you have two different expectations of what that one mash bill should look like.
Right.
If it's wheated, you expect it to be sweeter and on the lighter side. If it's rye, you expect more cloves and spice and herbal, notes out of. So each mash bill does have its unique flavor profile. But I think what's super important is people have to realize you can have the same mash bill at two different distilleries within the same 5-10 mile radius and get two very different flavor profiles from that same mash bill because they're using completely different processes, completely different technology, different raw ingredients. Raw ingredients play a huge part, if they're sourcing from different farmers, how that corn or that grain was harvested, how it was dried, how it was transported, all those things, and down to yeast. What yeast are they using? Are they using something dry? Are they using something liquid? Are they using a specific yeast that they've sought out for? Because you can source yeast for specific flavor notes that you want. You want something more specific to a banana or a strawberry direction. There are companies that can help you find those yeast. So Mash bill, yes, but there is also other things
Yeah.
Yeah,
within that impact as well.
yeah. I saw you going down the Excel sheet of all the columns of different.
Right.
As you
In
were,
my head.
yeah. There's so
Right.
many variables in there. Yeah, the mash bill is just that section over there, but there's yeast,
a lot.
barrel.
A lot more to play with.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that go into it. Yeah.
Which makes, as much, even if you have rye as a category or bourbon as a category, within that one category, there's a lot of different profiles and there's a lot of different room for you to just be different from your counterpart, right? Because you're 20 bottles in on a shelf. What's unique about this one or this other? Yeah, so you can go through different mash bills and the same mash bill and get different flavor profiles. And we're not even talking about barrel type and age, but yes.
So let's talk about your journey a little bit and how we got to where you are now, and that's I was looking at my display cabinet. You know how I have bottles in there that it's intentional. I put
Intentional.
intentional with bottles.
They
I put
are
in there.
intentional.
There.
The bottles that are there are intentional, and like they're like these high profile bottles.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like trying to make room for other bottles, and I'm looking in the back. I'm like, why do I gotta? Is that bullet back there? Oh, I gotta take that out and make some room for it.
Yeah.
Why is it back there? And then I see, oh, it's Blender Select. That's why I got it back there. Yes. Okay. And then right next to it was Dread River. It was an unopened bottle. No surprise that there's an unopened bottle.
No surprise.
There was an unopened bottle of Dread River because I remember I said I wanted to open it when I had you on the pod. So here we are, right here with the Dread River project that you have. I also saw that you signed it. You signed every bottle?
I don't know what I was doing back then. I probably was not very this time around, I almost flew to DC to sign everything, but I was like, no, Ebony, don't do that to yourself. But yeah, I usually sign bottles before shipping them out. I just didn't this time around.
Oh, well, no, I got one.
Right.
You thought that was just for
I got
us.
one
We
here.
had one right.
You thought it was just exclusive. Like we
Thought
got,
you
a,
was
we got a
special.
steady pour, got a signed bottle. Like thank you. She said Andrew Cousins.
But I think I signed a few before we shipped them out. Not everybody has a signed one. I did do like an in-person launch event for that one. So as I was just signing, I might have been one of the lucky ones to get it.
Oh,
One of those.
okay.
Definitely was.
So does that mean I need to put it back in the cabinet? And
I don't know.
I mean,
No, I gotta
Do
open
with
it.
Do with it what you want.
She said, I will not tell you either way.
He's looking for any excuse not to open.
right.
Yeah, I feel like signed bottles though.
Hey,
It's
nice.
over. It's open.
No, I wish I would have brought those two upstairs. I didn't, but the bullet. When you look at all of them, I'm hoping you see how different they are. The bullet, of course, is a bourbon. I think most of the ages that were in there were like 6 to 9 years old. The Dread River, which is also a bourbon, I believe that one was 36% rye. And it's younger. So it's younger than the bullet. And it's also younger than this newest release. I think that one was around 5 to 6 years old when we released it. You're tasting it how many years later? 4?
Yeah.
You've had it for that long, Drew?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's why why do you think I told you I was excied? I want to open this bottle.
I figured it's like a within a year.
Nah.
I don't want the judgment 4 years later, though.
We're gonna give it to you straight.
We give you zero promises.
But yes, so this is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, but then with your new release, you
All
have
rye.
their ryes.
What's up with that?
Right. What made you go all right?
One, I'll say a lot of my work when I was in corporate was in the rye category. As you know, my former employer, one of their biggest SKUs is rye. So
Okay.
working in Indiana with the rye supplier, I did a lot of work around rye. And it's usually one of my preferred. I know everybody loves their bourbon, but I like the higher spice.
We're kind of a Riley people over here, so
Yeah.
the right.
We weren't complaining with that question.
Right.
We were not. We were just curious.
Zero complaints.
It was just curiosity why you went that route, not the bourbon rye or But we cool with it.
was
Keep
really
going.
What I happened to see. So I have a friend, James, who heads the Woodwork Collective. Him and I work together. He's like also this garage mad scientist that loves whiskey. Doesn't really have a consumer facing desire for his career, but he buys these barrels. I went, a friend of mine who owns a liquor store, we went on a trip to visit him, and there was this really just grunge, just characteristic barrel, I'll say. Most people might say ugly. But it just had a lot of seepage and resealing. So usually when a barrel is seeping, it can reseal itself, and it has these, like, if you've ever seen a mango like leak juice, and then the syrup kind of just dries up. So this barrel in particular, it just had a unique look to it. And when I tasted it, I was like, okay, yes, this is the one that I want. I found that barrel maybe in 2022, 2023, and sat on it for way too long. And so I knew I wanted to release the olive green label, the single barrel, on its own.
Okay.
But then I was wondering what else I could do. Like, what would be different? I created a bourbon blend twice, and that kind of felt like, okay, if you come out with another blend, that's great, but let's do something else. And that's where him and I decided that these Pinot de Charente barrels were an opportunity to put the same mash bill inside these casks. Finish them. They finished for 10-ish months, I would say, before blending and mixing at a specific blend ratio, which is the teal label. And then the red label is just the remnant. It's just what I didn't use in the blend for the teal on its own at cask strength. I did not prefer the white. I have a label made for the white, but I wasn't super comfortable putting that out. I liked it blended within the red, and that's what blenders do. It's, hey, you have these barrels, you might not like them on their own, they might not fit within this flavor profile, but how can you use them, and what's the max percentage you can use them? So I used the white where I was comfortable, and then released the red on its own. So these are very different for me. I feel like I don't know if you guys know, I took a semester off in fall of 2024, I think, to go work a vineyard. And a lot of people were asking, why did you want to, learn wine? I really wanted to understand finishes in a different way, or just be able to understand secondary cask a little bit. And by doing that, I was able to learn the process of winemaking. It was a lot. It was physical labor for sure. But this is kind of just like, okay, this is a reflection of all the work that I did there and finding some very unique barrels to finish where I am.
Nice. Yeah, I had to ask Alexa how to say Pinot de Charente when I was doing the post. But yeah,
you got it though.
Okay, yeah. Did you say did you seek out that finish, or it was available? Like, where did you land on that finish?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you find?
Like, how did we choose Pinot de Charente?
Right. Rather than another wine finish.
These are some barrels he had. He has, is it Musanero barrels already there, some French oak barrels, and this was the one that fits more my profile. If I were to do any finishes in the future, there's some that I'm looking at now. I usually like dessert wines or Spanish wines or port wines, and so this was a finish that's been done a little bit, but it's not one that was very popular on the market, so I decided to go for that one.
Okay.
Is there a big difference in when you were blending for like some of these big distilleries and like looking for maybe more consistency and kind of like batching a bigger product rather than like doing your own project, something like this, like in the blending part? Is there a difference?
This is the complete opposite. This is, which I probably enjoy it. When you learn blending, the main priority is consistency year after year. When you're working with the bigger guys, it's how do you keep your flavor profile within the same matrix? How do you keep your costs relatively the same despite ever-changing cost of goods? But this, because I'm not bound, and as I continue this brand, it will look very different than other brands that kind of keep consistent liquids on the shelf. I don't think that will be what I do. I think this brand will come in seasons. It will come in one-time releases. Once it's there, it's there. Once it's gone, it's gone. Because I'm doing something very different. I'm taking just no desire volumes. We're just experimenting with what's there, what I like, and releasing it, and kind of not thinking about it again, if that makes sense.
Sounds like an artist that uses science as their medium.
Yeah, I don't want to be bound by liquid types. I don't want to be bound by liquid volumes. I want this brand to be a discovery and exploration. I want it to be something new for the consumers every time. Maybe a new distillery in a state that you don't visit often. Maybe it's a southern state that has a very specific type of whiskey that they're making. Maybe they're doing something estate grown. The goal is to continue intentional collaborations because I don't ever have a desire to be a distiller, to open a distillery, to overutilize the earth in any kind of way. There's great liquids out there.
I feel that.
We just need to discover it, you know?
Absolutely.
So you like sticking to unique expressions, no plans for a consistent, like this is our taste. It's like everything is different. I love that.
No.
I love that.
I tell people I hate to say it's like when you think about your hypebeast sneaker, when you got to get it, you got to get it. And it might not be recreated for you.
I know.
Right.
That's the kind of...
That adds more value to your bottles because it may not happen again. So when I have that bottle, I'm going to treasure it. Like, hold on, that's too much of a sip. You got to calm down. You got to pour it lightly on that one. I know, I love that. That's dope.
That's where I came, like, with the tagline for Moments Worth the Name. It's not anything I expect people to indulge in on a regular basis. I'm hoping it's something that you bring out when it's a special moment, something that you are going to cherish and share with people that you really care about and that you really want to share good news or just talk and just have, you know, good nights with. So that's kind of where I'm hoping to take it and to stay there and be in that space because it's one, sustainable for me. It allows me to have the freedom to do this in seasons and step away and come back to self when I need to. But also it allows me to travel and get to know other suppliers and producers and see what they're working on.
Love that.
I dig it.
So, about to open this single barrel, right? So the single barrel is a straight rye whiskey. Proof is 120.2. Haha. Aged 9 years. Do you have a preferred proof point?
Oh boy, I knew that was coming.
I do, but none of these are at that preferred proof point. I like 100 proof. I think 50% ABV is good. I don't like 90, and I think mainly because everyone that purchases these liquids consumes them differently. Whether it's neat, whether you take a block of ice, whether it's one of my bartender friends that's experimenting with it. I like the higher proof to give people more room and more freedom to play with. But y'all didn't tell me what I thought about the Dread River, and I saw some strong faces, so I want to know.
That was a high rye, right?
The
Dread River? You said 36% rye? I was getting some rye notes on the end that I thoroughly enjoyed. Like, and it lingered.
Yeah, it definitely lingers.
It lingered like way past after I finished drinking it, which I thought was exceptional. I felt like it was punching above its weight. I thought it was like 1:15. It was, looked at the proof. It said 100 proof. I was like, oh wow.
Oh no, the mash bill not on here.
And that was good.
No, it's not. I believe it's 30. I'll have to look and get you information. I should know this part, but I know it's 36% rye. I just don't know what the malted barley.
That's a good amount of rye, though.
Yeah, that is a high rye.
It's solid. I thought it was really good. I like the nose a lot.
You decided to jump up on
you skipped. I was curious to why you want to go right for the hot stuff first.
So I was actually going single barrel first, and then finishes. That was the approach I was taking.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, he didn't warn us about that. There was no game.
So that's one thing, you know, as a blender, you learn sequence of order. So there might be some influence. Usually, you would go with your softer mash bill first when you're appraising. So you would taste corn whiskey before you tasted a high rye, because if you taste the high rye first, the corn whiskey is gonna look completely bland.
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
And if you can't do mash bill, then you would secondly go by proof. So we will probably have tried the blend first and then go up in proof. But since we've already, it's nice to kind of see this first, and then we can look at the influence of the cask.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow, I never thought about it like that. That was interesting.
That one needs some water, I will admit. It needs a little.
Well,
dry.
The one we're drinking now?
You're talking to.
He said no water needed.
High proof snob over
Wait,
here.
I think I'm changing it. Is it cask strength snob?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is a rye.
Oh, it is.
On the nose?
Yeah, it is.
It's nice.
Yeah.
What was the proof again? 125? 122?
120.
I'm getting carrot cake on the nose.
Carrot cake.
I do get
Lots
dessert.
of spice. I could
Yes.
see carrot cake.
I do
A
get
little
dessert.
caramel.
Some herbal
Yeah, I'm
notes in there
getting-
too for me.
I'm getting some honey in there, but I think when you said carrot cake, I think of getting that icing that they put on the carrot cake.
Yeah. So like the caramel buttercream, but also like some nutmeg, a little bit of like
Yeah.
spice.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little bit of ginger on here too. Is that just me?
Is that ginger?
Yeah. It's like very subtle, but it's nice.
Okay. I wasn't making
That is a rye.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Darius is our.
Oh, that is delicious.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the spicier the better for this guy.
It's the rye guy. These things
Yeah.
are always
I-
so scary because I create them in a silo, right? Like I'm creating these. I don't. It's not that I don't get feedback. I do get feedback from a few trusted industry people. A few bartenders have tasted it before the consumers. A distiller friend tasted it, but it's always a very scary thing to position yourself as the decision maker and then put something out to the public and wait for them to say, "Oh, we love it, we hate it." You know, so this
Right.
is I don't know, it's very vulnerable doing this.
No, well, you did it.
Yeah,
It is
the
done.
mouthfeel on this to me is really, really nice.
Immediately.
And like, yeah,
Almost immediately.
lingering kind of that spice carries through. That's
Nutmeg, cinnamon, like a little bit of grass notes there, but I was like immediate. The moment it hit the palate, it was like, yes. I am home. Take me home.
Yeah, I'm getting all those flavors.
It's so silly.
This is why I don't speak. This is exactly why I don't speak. I told you. I told you it's gonna happen.
Daddy's.
It's gotta make it weird.
Who has the bottle? Where's the bottle?
Cal got it over there.
Yeah, he's-
Yeah, so I want you to see the difference in like the color. One, the color is rich; it's not diluted. But then when you look at the color compared to the teal label is much richer, much darker. The influence of the barrel is visible.
Going here next.
yeah, I want to pour another one, but we gotta pace ourselves.
All right. We got 2 more to go. At least.
So, you tried the Pinot de Charentais on its own before, like those barrels that you did the blending with.
Yes.
Was there any
So
specific
I
notes
tried-
on those?
Oh, I don't have my notebook.
Oh, okay. Or that you can recall.
What I liked about the Pinot de Charentais is that it gave it a subtle sweetness. Like the 95% rye, as we tasted, is super forward. It hits you in the face. But this, the Pinot de Charentais kind of mellows it out in a way that gives it a softer mouthfeel and gives it a little bit more fruity notes, more of like dried fruits. And just that's the direction I like to go.
Nice.
What made you decide it was time to build your own?
I had been starting or had been working towards this in the background as I was consulting for a lot of people. But I really, as I became a graduate student again in fall of 2023, I had completely stepped away from whiskey. I had no real desire to really do this. But honestly, a year ago, a sister friend in the industry sat me down and was like, "What are you doing? Like, why aren't you doing this?" And I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of done with it. And I'm being honest with y'all. I was just like, I'm not interested, right? I found myself outside. It took so long for me to find an identity outside of Whiskey Blender, Eboni Major Whiskey Blender. It took, a bit of time for me to understand who she was and what she wanted to do. And then I got to travel with school and understand international food systems. So I got really interested in that. And I realized, okay, it's time to get back to what I know and what I do. Being completely honest with you, when I went to visit James and say, okay, hey, because I think he was at a point, he was like, look, this barrel is here. It's been 2 years. We haven't done anything with it. It's evaporating at this point, right? And so when I went to visit him, I was like, let's use another name. Let's not center it around me, because I was just that separated from whiskey. I wanted to give it a completely different identity, and he was like, no, we're going with it. It means a lot. The name, besides it being my given name, I don't really intend for Major to be about me. I think when I think of Major, I think of something big. It's a word we use when it's something substantial, when it's something that's impactful. And I'm hoping that on that journey of intentional collaboration with others, I can continue to make Major mean something more to people other than my last name. So that's kind of what got me back here. It was really community support, the people want me to blend more than I want to blend. And that's
it's nice to be wanted.
That's me.
That's just the truth about it.
That's it.
I would rather, I don't know, do other things, but I appreciate being a trusted palate. So it is very nice to be back in this space. I'll say that.
You have the people in your corner for sure.
Right.
Pushing you to continue. And we all need that sometimes.
Yeah.
Just a little nudge. You got this.
It was more than a nudge. To be honest, the release date was October, but then the government shut down label approvals. And so I just started sitting on it. I was like, oh, it's December. Oh, it's January. And then I would go out to industry events. And a friend of mine named Josh, he was like, okay, when is it coming out? I was like, if it's not out by Easter, then bug me. It wasn't out by Easter. I was just taking my precious time. I don't know what happened that last week of May. I was like, you know what? Because it had been ready, like, just waiting on me to be ready. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. But I'm glad I pushed myself and got it out.
Nice.
So are we?
I was about to say that.
Yeah. You said there's people, waiting for your next release. I was like, that was me. You talk about me.
I got it's so many messages. When is it? And I'm like trying to give little nuggets that's coming, but then I'm like, I can't make no promises, because it's I've had a very public facing career, and I enjoy sitting in the shadows now.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Not doing these things.
I understand.
The introvert in me has to mentally prep for these podcasts. So I put it off as long as I could, because I knew like these kind of things would be coming as soon as I said, hey, it's live. So it took a lot of just mental preparation to understand what being back in the public will mean now that I'm jumping back into whiskey.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Shout out to you for jumping back in. Shout out to you for your friends and your supporters.
Yes.
For guiding you along. They were like, okay, you can have your eat, pray, love moment, and then come back.
Like, look at the highest time.
They were not like, eat, pray, love.
Eat, pray, love.
I think they were over it. I had gone back to school. I went to Africa for a few weeks. That was nice.
Your Dave Chappelle.
She said, I'm out.
Yeah.
She really was on her Dave Chappelle arc.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this degree, I'm not rushing for it. Let's take a semester off and go work in California, for 3 months. So it was really like, I'm on my time.
Like, time's up.
Blessed. I am blessed to
100%.
be able to, make those decisions for myself.
Definitely.
Absolutely. This is really nice.
Which one you moved to?
I've just been nosing it.
The
second one.
The 108 proof.
Yeah.
Very unique nose.
it's immediately richer on the nose, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to
And sweeter on the nose too.
Yeah.
It's a little more drying to the palate too.
Well, that's that wine cast.
Yeah. But I see what you're saying about it sweeter. Yeah.
Of a double cast, right? Is when you're introducing, even though it's not new wood, you're introducing more wood that's going to extract and give you a little bit more of those woody notes.
I do get that wine finish for sure. It's a nice added layer to the rye.
It's so sweet on the nose.
It's very sweet.
You get a lot of vanilla. It's creamy on the nose.
I'm trying not to get more of that. You can go ahead and put that back over there. I'm trying to save it for the last one.
You got some more?
And then I'll go back.
Yeah.
You got some more of the first one?
No, I don't think you.
No.
I
I was like, hey, bro, sharing is caring.
It's up here.
Nah, I wanna go do all first.
Yeah, right.
Like I have a lab sample and mine is not proof down.
Oh, wow.
Yours might be slightly lighter.
It's not.
Drew's
proof down?
jealous.
Wait,
So
what proof's the proof on that one?
You should have told him that.
This one is probably 120. It's even blank. This is just what I use for my photo shoot. So this is
He want to use that for his palate sheet.
He said, can I get a sample?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
High proof Drew.
You're right. Because that joint is probably delish.
So the 108 you have right there is one. You have the 120 variation. What you're saying?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
She said,
I
yeah.
have some upstairs, but I didn't want to open a new bottle for no reason, you know.
Oh no, no shame.
I mean, you know.
just rub it in our face. You know,
Right.
it's okay.
Right.
I got 120. I got that 108.
The 108 has
This was
plenty of
before
flavor.
We decided to reduce. I was telling a journalist friend this morning. So for me to decide to keep these, there were only there were less than 150 bottles of the single barrel. There might have been 200 of the red, that's the remnant. And there were about 750, 800 bottles of the blend. So very limited quantities. And when you decide to not reduce, you're having even less available,
Yeah.
right? So if I would have reduced these, I would have been able to make more and get more volume. But it was really about giving the consumer, because once you reduce proof, you can't proof it back up. So
Right.
it's more about just giving the consumer something that's palatable but still high strength. So
Yeah.
that's really kind of like,
But you prefer 100 proof. So when you're thinking about blending, do you always try to get closer to that, or do you?
Good.
What's guiding, I guess, that decision process?
so if you're blending in an Excel sheet, you know your starting proof, right? So if your starting proof is 120, 115, when you're creating your blend, you can create it to different proofs. So I will create my formula. I don't just blend it to that formula and then add water over time. It's something about how you make the blend that doesn't make that a good idea. You don't just mix it and then say, oh, I'm going to add water to make it 100 proof. I'm going to add water to make it 110. So you will actually make a formula for 100 proof, for 110, create those with the water addition, and then taste it and decide which one you like it best at.
Oh wow,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
wow! It's like, man, that's a little formula.
Right. I mean, that's the scientist
It's a literal
part.
formula.
Yeah.
No, I used to tell people when I started, I'm not good at math. You know, I'm just a girl.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Don't do
I
that.
don't like math.
I don't like it either. I'm just a man.
Math likes you, okay? Math likes you.
You doing something right.
Blending
Yeah.
is all math. There's no, you can have tasting notes as much as you want. You can call it the fruit of the spirit. You can give it every magical name you want.
Fruit of the spirit.
But if you don't know your starting LPA, your assumed ullage, which is how much you lose every year, which is typically 4%. Sometimes you estimate higher to give yourself room. You have to know that, and then you have to know how to manipulate Excel to create those formulas, right? Because one lot of barrels. So when you're blending, you'll usually go through an inventory, assign flavor profile notes to it, and understand, okay, if these lot of barrels have more caramel, then I can use this percentage. If these are green or woody, or if these have off notes, then I'm going to try to manipulate and use maybe 0.5%, 1%, 2%. Even though it's a small percentage difference, when you mix those flavors, the combination changes, right? The final formula would change, especially if you're looking at a barrel that is not as favorable. So,
Gotcha. Sorry, I was enjoying
a
this.
lot
I
that
was
goes.
enjoying this finish.
Yeah,
This is pretty good.
Yeah, that second one is
This is
pretty all right.
The second and third
So,
pour
yeah.
just really just opened up for me. It was delicious.
I can only imagine what that 120 tastes like.
So, just for our listeners, what we're talking about is the red and white Pinot de Charantes, 108.9 proof, age 9 year, 95%.
Only 108 too. Only 108.
that's what I'm saying. It has a lot of flavor for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punching above that weight.
That's the floor for me. 108.
That's the floor. No lower.
that's the bottom. That's the lowest
That's
you
the-
can go.
Yeah, I mean, I can go. I mean, obviously, I
He
can go.
will
lower.
try.
He'll turn his nose up at it.
He'll
Immediately.
like 100 proof.
I guess I'll pour this down.
I guess I'll drink this water.
Yeah. It's water.
Not water. Far from water. Far
No,
from
no,
water.
we're just kidding.
Yeah.
We wanted to, I think it was at a higher proof, and then we needed more volume. So we decided to reduce it in tote. But at some point I was like, okay, stop there. Just wherever you are, because you can't make a reduction in one day. It was like over some days. A little bit of water, a little bit of agitation. Let it settle, and then figure out what to do. But once it got to 108, I was like, okay, we can stop there. There's no need to go any further. I would have gone on 100, but we just stopped at 108.
Fair enough.
Nice.
It is delicious at 108.
Between the Dread River and the 108, I mean, you're doing something right because both of the low proof, but they taste above that in a good kind of way.
A lot of flavor.
Not in a way where it's like hot, but it's just you get that flavor from a lower proof point, and that's
prefer the
exceptional.
rye, I know.
Oh no, for
Yeah,
sure.
I want the mouthfeel to be secondary always.
Gotcha.
No, you can't prevent it from being there, but I definitely want it to be secondary instead of you just getting heat first,
Right.
and then finding flavor.
Makes sense.
No, the flavor
we
is
on
there.
to this third?
You ready to try this last one?
Let's do
Can
it.
Color
you-
on that. It's even
Wanna
darker
read-
than the other one.
That's super dark.
Read that one out.
Read it out loud.
Yeah, so this is the cast finishes the red Pinot de Charantes in 122.8. There you go, Drew.
You want you to say that number loud and proud.
The proof is back up on that one.
So I have noticed that there've been a slight push or seen a lot of rye releases, especially from some of the smaller craft brands or individual brands, and some people were considering that a trend. Did you see that as a trend that was happening, or is that just something that you wanted to do?
I don't think that's a trend. If it's a trend, it's a very traditional, old school. Like rye has been around, right? Rye. I don't want to say prehistoric, but it's been around. So
Well, yeah, they say it's like the original.
It's the original
It's
whiskey.
the original whiskey, but
yeah, it dates back to Philadelphia and like the early times in America. It's like rye has been produced a lot for a long time. I think it's more of people just understanding maybe their inventory and what they have within their portfolio to offer. Because I don't see rye as trending. I mean, there is a lot of rye releases, but I wouldn't consider it trending.
what have you seen has been a trend of
I
late?
saw that question. And I was like, maybe I'm out of the loop because I don't really know.
Staying in your own lane. You staying in your lane. That's all.
I don't. Yeah, I really. honestly, and a lot of people will ask me, well, what's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? When I work, it's more for an objective reason than just to know everything about everybody. So as far as trends, I'm not really knowledgeable. I know that Texas whiskey is this new um category or this new place that people want to identify. It's like, what is a Texas whiskey? What does that look like? How do you make great whiskey in a hot climate, right? Because it is true what makes Kentucky bourbon is really great is you get all four times. You get summer, you get spring, you get winter, you get fall. But if you're in Texas and you're getting a little bit of spring, a little bit of fall, and mostly summer, how is that impacting wood chemistry? How can you make something that's approachable and not just super hot? So for me, that is like where I look at like where this category is evolving or how it's evolving. And again, malt. I think we didn't have like really a standard of identity for what a single malt was. Did it have to be 100% malted? So that has changed over the years. So those are I might be a little late on my trends, but those are the only two things that I really like. As a blender, would be looking at finishes are great. I think a lot of people do them. It's really about opening your eyes to what's out there. I don't want to say what finishes I want to do next because I don't want anybody trying to copy me. But, it'll definitely be something that people really. I mean, maybe they've seen it before, but I don't know. Something different. It'll be something that I personally.
We looking forward to it.
Have you heard that there's like a particular finish that people are pushing towards that you're like,
the trend?
Yeah.
What's the trend?
I don't know if there's a trend in finishes that
she doesn't follow the trend. She blazes her own trail.
I get it. Yeah. I wasn't sure, like from behind the scenes.
What do you mean? I don't know what's going on.
I wasn't sure, like from behind the scenes, like people have been talking, like, oh yeah, here's so and so trying to sell some more finished barrels of this, But I think. So, just to go back a little bit, just some of the trends that we've seen as whiskey enthusiasts, right? I think the latest one that people have been talking about is the honey finish.
Honey is everywhere.
It's the honey finish.
Okay.
A lot of honey finishes.
She's like, hated it.
Honey is...
As someone that likes, when I started out, there were a lot of honey finishes that I liked. So
Winnie the Drew.
They used to nickname me Winnie the Drew.
Winnie the Drew.
Winnie the Drew.
She said, "Oh,"
but I'm not mad at the trend of honey finishes. And then prior to that, maybe a few earlier there was like the Ambarana. Everyone was talking about the Ambarana.
Yeah, Ambarana was huge.
So everyone wants this, trying to predicting what the next trend might be.
I have seen honey a lot, and I mean, in my early days, I was a Jack Daniel's honey girl.
Same.
I will admit that. There's nothing wrong with the Jack honey. Okay.
But that's infused.
Hold on, wait. Have you tried that recently?
No. It's been a while. I haven't had a day where I was drinking Jack honey.
just keep it as a fond memory.
I know.
Yes.
that was me.
So I like the idea of honey, and I like the idea of like these natural organic infusions. I think Mizunara. What is it? Mizunara? Am I saying that?
No, I think
that. I think that's right.
Mizunara. Armagnac.
Mizunara. Those are a lot of like fishes that I've seen lately.
Yeah.
It's a very popular Japanese barrel, I believe. I'm open and excited for any way we can innovate whiskey, right? Not a lot of people want to see flavored whiskeys. I like the idea of infusing whiskeys, not adding flavor, but adding some type of dried,
almost like a tea. Okay.
Yeah. Are you dropping a hint of what's to come?
No.
I was like, if you get a sound bite,
the tea blend. Major tea. Right, that major tea.
I'm down with some teas.
No, honestly, so I have two things that I would like to release next. The next one might not even be a whiskey. So
Dun dun dun.
Okay.
it
Plot
will still
thickens.
require blending, but it will probably be outside of the whiskey.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay. I'm excited
We're still
now.
excited. We're still
Yeah, I'm
excited.
Trying to get the exclusive.
I don't know. Because I even did some label changes midway because it was Major whiskey, and I was like, but there's some ideas I have, some things I want to do. So let's take from under the big logo. Let's take Major whiskey off. So we took that off because there is a desire to branch out into getting to know other spirits, learning to blend other spirits, and so I don't know what's next. It might be, a few more batches of this. We'll see.
But it's okay. you know what's next. It's okay. We understand though. We understand. You gotta keep under wraps. We get it. We love it.
Right.
But we're excited though.
Yeah, because it might take me longer than I want to. I might just,
No pressure.
go on sabbatical.
Hey, let us know. We can be that friend too in your ear. Like, hey, Eboni. Remember you told us we told us on the podcast. We talked about this on the podcast. What's up?
Yeah. So I think seeing this through the summer, seeing this through the fall, I might try to do something else again, like late fall, around the holidays. We'll see.
This one is good too. What y'all think about the last?
It's really good.
I like it.
Oh my gosh.
I like it. It's weird because this one doesn't drink 120.
It does not.
No.
No, it drinks lighter than the blend.
It definitely does.
100%.
And that was the issue. It was like, I can't just release the red. I wanted to release the red alone, but I was like, no, I have to commit to a blend. So I used as little of the white as I could to make the volume, but I prefer the red, like just hands down.
On its own, yeah.
They are all.
I'm glad I had it last because that is.
It's like
That's my favorite so far.
Yeah,
I think so too. And the rye was really good. I didn't think you could top the rye. And then
Well, they're all right.
I mean the single barrel. I'm sorry.
I got you.
The single barrel was really good. I think you could top the single barrel. Then we kept trying them, and it just kept getting better and better.
Yeah.
Like I don't know which one I like the most now. I just want them all.
Yeah, this one.
I prefer the remnant. If I'm being honest, and then it's at cash strength, so it's.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, it's a castrate? I didn't realize.
Did you say castrate? No, they're all really good. And it's crazy. Like they said, this drink's lesser than the 125. And there's just so much flavor in here. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's on the nose, man. It got some seasoning on it, man.
We did say that, right?
Yeah.
We know a little bit something about seasoning.
Actually got some pepper on here, yeah.
Nah, all of them, from the nose to the palate to the finish, they did not disappoint. And I can say that confidently.
Yeah, no.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's like I said earlier, it's very nerve-wracking for me because I'm like, will they like it? Do they still care?
Hey, man, I said you like it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe that I have a very discerning and a very good palate. I try not to be too cocky about that. But that's kind of what led me to food science, right? Is I love food. I love dissecting what food does, how it interacts, and I also like innovating and making new things. And that's what food scientists do day in and day out.
And you do well.
Yes. If you weren't blending, creating whiskey, what other food product would you be innovating?
Great question.
Oh, that is a very good question because I have two things that I want to create. There's an RTD that I want to create, a ready to drink that I would like to create. Inspired by my New Orleans summers.
Okay.
I have to drink a lot of coconut water to stay alive here. So I would like to see some coconut water RTD.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Interesting. Nobody though. Trying to, and then I would like to venture into THC beverages. I think that the industry there's a few less drinkers, right? And people do migrate to cannabis. It has its benefits outside of just recreation and consumption, just different levels of consumption for people. I think it's nice to kind of innovate with some water soluble THC, figure out some good flavors, some drinks that people wouldn't mind sipping on, you know?
I love that.
I mean,
Teas.
that's where the industry's going. It feels like
I see them
kind of that
everywhere.
variety, RTDs, the THC stuff. So,
But RTDs are, from what we've seen so far, RTDs are super hard because you either get shelf stability or you get really good, really quality.
yeah.
It's rare to get both, and that's really the problem with RTDs. You need them fresh.
I agree. I think I have an advantage of having, you know, a Rolodex of food scientists that can help me.
Right.
I graduated from Alabama A&M and have
Shout out.
many friends.
That definitely helps.
Flavors, yeah, that could run these versus, you know, these big corporations. They're going to flavor houses. They're saying, okay, what mix is great with this? How can we make an RTD? Whereas I would want to take it more home base and have something that tastes like it's just batched at home, but in a ready to go container. I think completely agree with what you're saying. That's the issue, is you either get good flavor or you get shelf stability. Shelf stability is usually, okay, I'm going to add this preservative and this flavor with this Nutri-Grain spirit and this package, and that's it. So I know I would be up against a challenge if I wanted to create a good RTD.
Right.
So, hoping, I've already told one of my friends, my old professors, like, hey, if I go into this, I'm going to need your help. So I'll definitely be calling on every food scientist I know. I know someone that works for a big, what is it, like Celsius Alani. So I'll call on a few people that I would hope could help me.
Oh, you got people.
See, that's why I mess with Ebony. She studies this. You know what I mean? This ain't.
She didn't just say I'm
This ain't a hobby. This ain't a hobby.
She in the gym. She in the gym.
in the gym for real.
It's not a little chip on my shoulder, but there's just so many like enthusiasts turned blenders, and I'm like, this is not.
It's not a
bad.
game, right?
Yes. Yes. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I aspire to be an enthusiast turned blender. So I can't hate on it but so much. But I do very much respect the time and the effort and the aptitude that you have for blending.
So I work in higher ed, so when I hear food science, right, I actually was assigned to that department at one point, and they actually have, like, especially for the state, they have food innovation like centers where they create incubators for companies for people to learn, yes, the science behind it, but also develop their products and invest in that. And like, they have factories where they could test whatever the product is to kind of build it out. So when Ebony's coming from that background, like, I see that. So that's why I asked that question of, well, what other food product or trend that you might have seen in that process come out that you were like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I remember
I'm a beverage girly for sure. I will carry around 3-4 different drinks to get me through the day. So I think I will always stay within the beverage space for a while. But definitely my time at Alabama A&M and just being able to work with different products allows me to seek new opportunity. When I went to Africa, our task was to create a more nutritionally dense porridge. Social economics in Rwanda don't allow everyone to have a full hearty breakfast. They eat what's available. And so when we went out there, the goal was to take the traditional maize, all the other flours that they use to create this oatmeal porridge. And we ended up adding like pumpkin seeds, which they grow and have ready available, and carrots, and integrated those into the product, and we're able to get them more carbs, more fiber, more fat. So doing things like that, studying, because I think a lot of the work that I want to continue to do is international food systems and helping in some capacity. So being able to like continue to have that lens outside of whiskey helps me keep my eyes open to different possibilities.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Ebony, throughout your journey, your studies, your innovations, your your product brands, what is it that what lessons would you share to anyone that's thinking about creating a whiskey brand or creating a brand just in general? What lessons in entrepreneurship would you give them?
I think
Asking for a friend.
Lessons in entrepreneurship are there. Specifically, I think the resources that you can get from mentorship, from fellow business owners, from whether it be YouTube University. Running a business is one thing. You can get those resources, but I think what's really key is learning or having someone that knows the ins and outs of whiskey and brands and how that works sets you apart, because there's just so many brands out there and you're trying to convince these same consumers that, hey, my bottle is worth it. And so it's really important that you, one, identify what's my point of difference, right? I just told a potential client this is, yes, you have a nicer, fancier bottle, but if I know the liquid is coming from the same place, what makes me want to buy this, right? What if you're being transparent about where you're sourcing from? So one, being transparency is really key. But really taking the time to understand consumers, to understand your front end salespeople. I think the advantage that I try to bring to the industry is that I really take the time to get to know the community, is really take the time to get to know the bartenders, because they are your pushers. They are the ones that are, not everybody is willing to buy. And I understand my price points are high. It's very low supply, but not everybody is willing to spend $100 on a bottle. Maybe I don't have a focus on getting in the on-premise. I'm not looking to be in the bars and restaurants, but you also have to cater to those people who can't spend $115 on a bottle. How do you curate events for them to be able to get a taste of it? How do you curate events for them to have a space to enjoy it? So I think it's just a lot. You have to be thinking about a lot of different things at once versus just, oh, let me get this bottle out here. Now, how do I create? How do I sustain community? How do I support my community? It's a lot of, I think, really knowing, especially, I say hire a blender. I'm not plugging myself, but if you're going to go buy some barrels, please hire you an experienced blender that can tag along. A lot of my time in corporate was, okay, we have this increase of barrels. How do we get rid of them? And we would sell barrels off. And so what the John Doe that wants to start his whiskey brand is buying is typically what somebody else didn't want. So it's really important that you have somebody there that knows what they're smelling, knows what they're tasting, that can help guide you to buy the right barrels, and then someone that can taste 5 brands and figure out, okay, how do we make ourselves different in a blind tasting, right?
Wow.
That's great advice.
Right.
I was starting to take notes, but I forgot. Yeah, this is recorded. So it's okay.
Put it in the spreadsheet.
Transcribe it. But yeah, just really having, because there has been an increase of people who wanted to start brands, but it's how do you stand out amongst all these other brands that are out there kind of doing the same thing?
Well, Ebony, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, and really excited for what you have here. I hope everyone gets a chance that's listening. All of our listeners get a chance to try this. Yes. Where can they reach you? Where can they buy a bottle of any of these or all these expressions that you have here?
Find me in the link on my page on Instagram, Major in Whiskey. That's usually where I do most of my updates. I'm an Instagram girly. You can also email me. Ebony@majorinwhiskey.com, and you can purchase them at the Woodwork Collective. So if you find me on Instagram, the link is in my bio. If you shoot me a message, I will in time respond. But yeah, I'm always there and here if you ever want to reach out.
And Ebony, we are fans. We certainly want to be one of your supporters and friends that want to push you to continue to put out product. The whiskey industry wants to hear from you. They want to see what you're thinking about, what you're thinking about in terms of the master taster, right? What you're tasting, what you think is great to put out there. So please keep pushing and continuing, and we'll be here waiting and enjoying.
Waiting patiently.
Thank you. Heavy on the patiently part.
Oh, no, that's going to say not. Should have said it.
Yeah, it's true. I am very appreciative, to be able to take the time off that I needed for myself and be able to come back and still have the support of people that trust. Like I said, to be a trusted palate in this industry, I don't take lightly. I'm very honored. So I am very just appreciative to be here, to have this conversation, to put myself back out there and just share what I've been working on behind the scenes with everybody.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well,
yeah.
Y'all heard it. Rush to the website. Make sure you get yourself a bottle.
Get it.
Or bottles.
There's not a lot left. What's going?
No.
Go get it now.
That's why we gotta get the next one.
Yeah,
they already almost
keep an eye out for the next one.
There's plenty left of the blend, and there's a few left of the single barrel in the remnant. What I'm calling the remnant.
Okay.
And the remnant is the last one we did?
The red one, yes.
Yeah.
That's on the way out, you saying? That one's almost done.
It says she's got those.
Yeah, lower inventory.
Lower inventory. Right. Okay.
Get on it, Darius.
You heard it here. You buy them all.
No, you did not hear.
Oh, don't buy them all.
we
gotta get out.
Save me a little bit to get through. I need to get through homecoming without having to do another.
Okay.
I need to be able to go back to homecoming, activate, do all the things with the people, and still have the inventory.
There you go.
Yes, do your thing. I hear we get it.
Good luck with that.
Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
So you're saying don't release this yet? Because once we release it might be gone.
Yeah.
It's Rapskis.
No, you can release it. You can do what you gotta do. Homecoming will be homecoming.
All right.
I have other liquids I can put out.
Okay.
Oh, she got options. Oh, she's okay.
Right.
Oh, and we definitely putting this out there. It's gonna get that out there. All right.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Ebony. Until next time, we'll catch you. Deuces.
Peace.
Peace.
Much love, y'all.
Well, that concludes this episode of a Steady Pour podcast. Make sure you follow me